welcome back to our channel. Danny is not here today, but I do have this pillow of Danny that's taking over for him. And I have my new purple hair, which looks amazing. This took 7 hours for her to do at the salon, but she did a really great job, the hairdresser, and it is the exact color that I wanted, so I love it. And I'm going back in 2 weeks to get my roots done the same color because my roots are still black. But yeah, I think I'm gonna keep this color for a while and just grow it out and have long hair that is purple. So yeah. Anyway, today I'm doing a video on some of the things that I dislike about the animation industry, and I say dislike because there's nothing that I hate about it. If you watched my other videos on things that I love about the animation industry, you'll know that I love my job as an animator, and I was just always meant to be an animator. But nothing is perfect, so I'm gonna tell you some of the things that I dislike about the animation industry. So the first thing I dislike is that it can be very difficult to find a job, especially in 2D. Animation is a very competitive industry, so there are a lot of other animators competing for jobs, and there's not as much 2D work as there is 3D, so yeah, it can be very difficult to find a job, especially in big cities like Vancouver, and I really hope that I can find one there because I'm moving back there in November to be with my husband and Danny. But yeah, fingers crossed I can find a job. I actually have to take some time off work because I need to extend my work permit, so I need to go out of the country, renew my passport, extend my work permit, and then come back in. So hopefully that will all work out. And actually it's kind of good because then I have some time for a holiday. So I'm going to Japan, and I think I'll be there for like 10 days. So look forward to some Japan videos. I'm going to Tokyo and I'll have giveaways and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really exciting. And I think I'm also stopping over in Singapore, so there might be some food videos too. So yeah, stay tuned for that. So the second thing I dislike about the animation industry, at least these days, is that everything is done on computers now, or almost everything is done on computers. Hardly anything is done on paper, which is kind of sad because I love traditional 2D animation. But yeah, I mean, that's just the way the industry is these days, and I have always hated technology. Like, ever since I was little, I hated computers, and for such a long time I refused to use them, but you just have to deal with them these days. Like, we have so many screens and we use them all the time, every day. And yeah, I just had to deal with that, but I do like having an hour or two after work where I do not look at any screens at all, because from 9 to 5 I'm just like staring at a computer screen working, and I like to come home and have a few hours of just non-screen time. So I'll read an actual paperback book, or I will do drawing on actual paper, not on a screen. And yeah, I just love having non-screen time for a little while because I hate technology. And one of the reasons I started Danny's YouTube channel was actually because I needed to learn how to use certain computer programs. So yeah, that was one of the reasons why I started this channel. And technology nowadays is pretty self-explanatory. Like, it's pretty easy to use and learn yourself, but I just do not like it. I don't know why. I just have always hated computers, and just I don't know, they're not for me. But I do have to use them at work every day, so yeah, I just deal with it. And the third thing that I dislike about the animation industry is that it can be pretty difficult to get a work permit. most of the jobs are in Canada. There's hardly any animation industry in Australia, and it's mostly 3D and also like just for TV commercials and stuff like that. So I had to move to Canada for my job, and it was kind of difficult to renew my work permit. I know other people have had trouble with this as well, but then again, I've known other people who have gotten them really easily, so I guess it just depends on each individual situation. But there's also no animators union, so it can be difficult to get a work permit because one of the requirements is a letter from the union saying that you have a job or whatever. But since there is no union, there's no way to get a letter like that. There is an actors union for like TV and movies, so it's easier for actors and stuff to get a work permit over here. And there is like so much film and television stuff in Canada, especially in Vancouver. Like Arrow is filmed there, The Flash is filmed there, and Supernatural, and like a whole bunch of TV shows, and there's always like film crew around, and whenever Danny walks past a film set they have to stop and pat him. But yeah, Danny loves it, so if you see Danny walking around Vancouver, please give him a pat because he loves pats and he will be sad if you do not pat him. So yeah, anyway, because there's no animators union, it can be a little difficult to get a work permit or renew a work permit. I had trouble even though I had a legitimate job offer and support from my employer and everything like that. I don't want to get into it because it was so frustrating and it made me so angry, but luckily it worked out and we were able to stay here and I was able to continue my job because Danny is really old and we didn't want to fly him all the way back to Australia because we didn't know if he would survive or not, but luckily we were able to stay here. So yeah, if you see Danny in Vancouver, don't forget to give him a pat because he's super friendly and he loves everyone. Anyway, that is the video for today. So basically what I dislike about the industry is that there's not enough 2D work or shows, and it can be difficult to get work. It can also be difficult to get a work permit or renew your work permit. Yeah, it's just really frustrating, and also I do not like computers or technology, but that's just the way the industry is these days, so I just have to deal with it. Anyway, that is the video for today. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time. Stay fluffy! Bye!